Hey FlossTube, it is Robin with Hot Mess Hobbies. Welcome back. I don't know what that glare in my eyeballs is, but we're gonna just have to work through it. Sorry again, it's been so long. Life, children, working, dealing with stuff, all the stuff, right? We all have our own stuff. There was just a lot of stuff going on. But I am back. And I have some giveaway winners, and I have some whip updates, and I have enough haul to be embarrassed, which is not really a good thing, but we're going to share it and we're going to love it together. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. So last time I, excuse me, had posted at the end of my video a giveaway for 4 $20 Etsy gift cards. So y'all can get whatever you want for whatever hobby tickles your fancy right now. And I have drawn 4 winners randomly. I didn't film that. You just gotta take it or leave it. So, but I did random number generator, numbered them, wrote them down, and this is what we got. So I have responded to the 4 winners in my previous video on your comments. Let you know you were the winner. You are welcome to either post or reply back with your email address, or what is happening here? Or you're welcome to email me directly if you don't want to post it on YouTube, which I understand, at hotmesshobbies@gmail.com, which is in the comment. But our wonderful winners are, and I'm sorry if I obliterate your username handle. Is it a username? Is it a handle? I don't know. What's the difference? The first is Massard Sarah. Our second winner is Ashley Montoya 20, and pardon me, I'm looking at my list. Our third is Kitmar 1667, and our fourth winner is Heather B 628. So congratulations, I'm so excited. Thank you for being here and enjoying cross stitch with me. Sorry, I gotta try to adjust this just a little bit. I have a dog in my lap, of course. Well, I don't think that did anything, but maybe make you a little queasy. Sorry about that. So if all of a sudden something happens, I apologize. But I'm going to try to get through this semi-quickly. I have some stories to tell you, but I might save them for my next whip update, because do I have some stories to tell you? Okay. Anyway, let's jump into it. So I'm sorry about the shaking. I forgot to take this off my Lowry stand, which is what I'm using to film, because why not? I use it for everything else. So my first whip, I'm really hoping you can see this because it's a different time of day, is a new start. It's by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Whoopsie, you can't see that. Hold on. This is what happens when you... There we go. Okay. Pumpkin spice and everything nice by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Loving this pattern. I did change up a few colors, but I'll show you that in just a minute. So I've got a good little bit done on this. Love this needle minder. I am 99.98% sure this is from Gina's Unique Boutique. It is so pretty. And I think there was a blue one and a purple one maybe. There were 2 or 3 colors. So pretty. But this is the pattern. I did change, so this, it's coming through pretty brown, but it's more like a really, really dark maroon. Was originally charted in here in ecru, but with this pale yellow fabric that I'm using, it looked kind of dirty. Almost like, you know, when lace ages and it gets that yellowy, it made the ecru, instead of looking like an ice cream, look kind of not so great. So I swapped it out. This is a mystery fabric from a lot of fabric. It is a 28 count, and I'm doing it 2/2. How cute is this little cup? So I changed this to, oh shoot, see, unprepared already, to something else. All right, I changed this to something else, and then this and this, I wanted to have a little more variegation, and this one was like bright orange, and I thought, well, the word spice Shouldn't be bright orange. Pumpkin, sure, but the word spice. So I changed both of these to a DMC variegated, not the color variations, they have a fancy name for it, the variegated one. See, I'm already out of practice. Forgot all the things, and I don't have my bag, so I can't tell you the numbers, but what I will try to do is I will try to remember either on the next video to tell you, or I will try to remember to put it in the description. But that is thing one. Let me see if I can grab my picture for the second one. I have gotten a smidge bit better at finding pictures. And the next one is Sugar Skull with Flowers. This is by Linda Medina of Medina Originals. This came out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine, I believe. I should be able to tell you which one in a minute, because I think I have it written down in here. Wouldn't that be a shock? Oh, hey, here are the glasses I've been looking all over for. See, you find things. It is from Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2016 magazine. Okay. I started it, in case you're wondering. I have no idea when I started it. I didn't write down my new starts. I got so excited and I was starting so many things that I have to try to figure out when I started these two. I'm not great about that. But it is 2/2. It's at a Mystery Murano, which is very dense. It's upside down too. But I've got some good progress. So these are the flowers in the hair. I've got, I think, 2 more over here. And then I started in on the white because there's all kinds of colors through here. So I wanted to get the white done first, so I wasn't pulling white against all these different darker colors. So yeah, it's cute. It's very cute. It's a good to go. My sister got me this super cute little project bag, and it's like, it's not quite oilcloth. I don't know what it is, but it's waterproof. So I use this in my purse because if something spills or lip gloss leaks or something, it doesn't matter. It's protected. And so this has been my on-the-go project. My son has a makeup swim lesson tonight, so it's gonna come with me. I better put that. Somehow I have like no space. I don't know how it gets so full all the time, but it does. Okay, then I had another new start, which is somewhere on my iPad. Maybe. Just kidding. I don't have a cover page for this one, but it's Deck the Halls by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I'll try to get a cover picture. When I purchased it, it was a mystery stitch along. There's so much stuff in this bag, I can't even find the fabric. Aha! Here we go. So I had started this whenever it came out, which was a while ago, and had intended to do it, like we all do, as the clues came out, and I had picked a fabric, and I hated it. And I also had made a mistake somewhere in counting the letters, and I was like, well, I'm not going to frog out on fabric I don't like, so I had just kind of scrapped it, and then decided to pull it out again, and I'm using a raw 32 count. I think it's Belfast. Is this Belfast? No. Nope, it's just got a lot of fuzzies on it. Is this linen? It almost looks like an even weave, but I'm pretty sure this is Belfast linen. Yeah. So, I'll try to get a cover page for next time because they should have it. They sell it now just as a regular pattern. So I should be able to grab a cover page for that. Toss that down there. This one, somewhere, I had saved a business card. I could tell you about this frame. Haha. Okay. So another new start is Jim Shore Mill Hill Kit Festival Friends Santa. I will not want to focus on that. There we go. And I started this because I have several Mill Hills and I've always found it very awkward to try to figure out how to stitch them. And I am using, there it is. Okay, so here is my whopping start. Whoa. I've got like 30 brown stitches, but it's a start. It counts. And I'm using this amazing frame. My friend Angela picked this up for me at an LNS she was visiting, and I'm obsessed with it. And she also got me, so there's 2 sizes. There's this size and there's this size. There could be more sizes, but these are the only 2 that I am aware of. So this will be great for the ornaments, and this is great for the ones that are a little bit bigger. I know the Santa's technically an ornament, but this is by Wonderland Crafts out of the Ukraine. And I'm trying to see if there's, everything's in, I do not have anything in English. I know some of the LNSs carry it, but I don't know which ones. But if you look up Wonderland Crafts on frames on Etsy, I've been told that there are several storefronts that have them. But it was not inexpensive, but it is a beautiful frame. I mean, it's all cut out, it's stained nicely, it's got, even on the back, this intricate carving. It's magnetic, so it's super lightweight, it's easy to put in and out, it doesn't bend your perforated paper. So I'm really pleased with this. And how cute is this little needle minder? This is one that I found somewhere random, like an antique mall. They had it listed as a pin, and it was like 12 cents or something. So that is not one I can point you to. I do apologize. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying stitching so much more on this Mint Hill than any of the other Mint Hills I've done. Because I have Raynaud's in my hands, sometimes it's hard for me to have full feeling in my hands, and they get really, really cold. And other times they swell. So trying to hold that perforated paper that is, you have to be really careful with, is a challenge for me. And so having something that's lightweight but more substantial to hold and keeps me from getting any kind of oils and things on that paper is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Sorry, love, onto the floor with you. I got a dog in my lap. So the next one is Rose Quaker. I grabbed it because I'm not sure if I worked on it since my whip braid. And honestly, y'all, I was just too busy to go check. I should have. I know that's terribly lazy, but you get to see it again anyway, and it's super gorgeous. Oh, let me show you the cover picture. Please hold. I need some hold music. What did I say I'm showing you? Aha, Rose Quaker. This is by, I'm sorry in advance, Stichten von der Weinenberg. That one. Rose Quaker. And isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I just love it. But I kept getting annoyed because I was stitching in my Nerd hoops, which I love, but on these bigger pieces, I felt like I was just constantly having to move this hoop. And some of the motifs are so big that unless you have it dead center in the hoop, you're not going to be able to stitch the whole motif without moving stuff around. And that got a little irritating. So this is where I'm at. Long way to go, but I have gotten, if you didn't already see it, I got this started and I got quite a bit done in here. So I just need to carry, I think, the border over and do like 10 stitches right here, and that motif will be done. But you can kind of see where my nerd hoop was kind of here. So that's where I got annoyed. But now I have, I don't know if I mentioned, I got some roller frames. It took like 9 months to come in, but I am so excited because I got some of the really long ones. But you don't need it to be super big, but I have the long bars and then shorter side bits, whatever they call them, so that I can roll it and be able to go all the way across, so I can kind of knock out page at a time or a motif at a time. So I think that having that, I will see a lot more progress on my bigger pieces like Rose Quaker, like my modern folk embroidery piece. I own several long dogs, none of which I've started because I just wasn't sure how I would manage them frame-wise. So forgive me, I need to take a quick. Have you ever seen how coffee's made? There's a lot of steps before you even get to brewing it. I don't know how they ever figured it out. Whoever figured it out was like the Turkish. It was big in Turkey and it was big in the Mayans. No, that was chocolate. See, I'm already forgetting. I watch all these like how it's made and history of food, and then I forget everything. So, yeah, whoever came up with it, well done. So good. Okay, now that I've had my small love affair with my coffee, this is a new start. If you are a family member and you are watching this, you should look away for the next 5 minutes or less. Look away if you don't want your surprise ruined. It might be for you. It might not be for you, but it might be for you. So if you're a family member, look away. I honestly don't know if any of my family watches it, which is perfectly fine because I'm the only cross-stitcher, knitter, any of those things in my family. So, but just in case, don't ruin the surprise. So this is Little House Needleworks, the Old Red Barn. I am stitching this for my in-laws. Sorry about the glare. I'm never sure, like, is the glare worse or the crinkle worse? Which is worse? You can tell me. But this is super cute. I have a tiny little start in it, but my mother-in-law told me, like, literally before I was married to my husband, that she loved this pattern and wanted me to stitch it for her. And we've been married, it'll be 8 years in March, so it's been like almost a decade. And I bought it as soon as she told me she liked it. And I kitted it. And I put it somewhere safe. Which is like a death sentence for anything I'm trying to find. Are you like that? Because like, yeah. If I put it somewhere safe, it's never to be seen again. Anyway, so I have finally found it. And I started it. I was so excited. And the threads were still with it. I'm just using a raw 32 count linen. No idea who it's by. I think it's a Zweigart, but I can't be sure. This light is just not doing it for me. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, there we go. We don't need that. How's that? Oh, better. Okay. And look at how rich and yummy that is. That is, what color is that? I want to say that's cocoa bean, but I think that's wrong. It might be weeping willow. Something like that. I don't know, but it's super pretty. So, someday I will get that to her. Here, you want to see all the pretties? Of course you do. What am I saying? There's a couple DMCs, but here's the pretties. And I am a bobbinator, so, okay, that was Bramble Bush. I was way off by Classic Colorworks. That's what I'm using for the tree. And I like more variegation because if I'm going to stitch one stitch at a time, I want to get something good out of it. So I do try when I go to an LNS. I can't really if I order online, but I try to get the ones that have a little more variegation to them. But isn't that just so pretty? This is going to be the barn, and I'm just so here for it. I can't wait. But I do think I'm going to do it. The barn's pretty big. Red is my favorite color. Actually, leopard print's my favorite color, but technically red is my favorite color. But I think I'm going to do, or try to be good about doing a strand of red and then a strand of a different color and a strand of red, and so that I don't get burnt out on the red. Okay, so the next one, actually, well, wait a minute. Let me show you this first, and then I'll tell you about the next one. So this is Summer Swan. I'm pretty sure I worked on this since we last spoke. This is by Brenda Gervais. Gervais? I always say Gervais, is that correct? So pretty with a needle and thread. Oh, I just love it. And I was a little worried that I was going to get white fatigue, just doing more and more and more, but I'm using a variegated white. You probably can't see in the Oh, well, maybe you can a little bit. It kind of goes like white to a grayish white. I got the little butt, the little tail done. So cute. I don't know why, but I got so excited to get the little bird butt done, and some flowers. So I've got quite a bit left, but I am about halfway on the swan. That noggin is not to be underestimated, but about halfway there. I'll try to be better next time about taking patterns out beforehand, but you know me and being prepared. It's not really something that goes hand in hand. So the next is my Willow and Finn Biscornu in this gorgeous bag. So let me give you some background. This is a design that came out as part of the Acorns and Threads Stitch Retreat, which was amazing. I highly recommend it. I was not able to go in person, but they have a virtual option, which was really very nice because I have 2 other stitchy friends in the area, and the 3 of us met up and stitched. And so in the kind of downtime when everybody else was just chatting and stitching in the room, we had the 3 of us there, and we could have meals together, and we could chat, and we could stitch. And it also worked a lot better with the commitments I have as a mother of 2 young children. I could go to church on Sunday with the kids and then go and stitch in the afternoon. I could spend time Saturday with the kids, and then I went over at like nap time, and then I was home for dinner. So no, I didn't participate all day long every single day, but it worked well for me. And I was so grateful I could participate and had so much fun with my friends who were just lovely. But we got this super cute project bag, which is fashioned after the exclusive patterns. I should probably tell you, it was Teresa Kogut and Heartstrings Samplery. I just want to make sure I don't show a pattern by accident. But they have 2 patterns that you can either stitch independently, or they had a way to convert it into one pattern. And I really liked it. But I was just like, I liked it, but I don't know why, it's bigger, and at that time, I was just not in the mood to commit to another large whip. I was just feeling a little overwhelmed because I had brought all these whips, I think, and I'm stitching on all these whips, and I'm remembering how many whips I have and how many of them are gigantic. So I was just like kind of stressed by the thought of starting another big whip. But on second day, I think it was a 4-day retreat, 3-day retreat, 3 or 4 days. But on the second day, so we opened our package the first day, except for a small portion. And the second day, Heartstrings Samplery had a Willow and Finn Biscornu. And Willow, I think, is the raccoon, and Finn is the otter. They might have more of these Willow and Finn patterns coming out, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. I guess I should show you, huh? I'm just over here admiring it. Let me take this out, because you're not going to be able to see this. And it's way too cute. There we go. So this is the Biscornu. You have one on one side and one on the other. And I looked at it, and normally I'm a 28 to 32 count stitcher. 2/2. That's my jam. But it was going to be like 8.5 inches. That's a big old Biscornu. Which, you know, that's fine. But I also had this cute fabric that I really wanted to use. So I decided to go gangbusters. And it's going to be slow going. And I have the world's tiniest start. Although it's more stitches than you'd think. But I am doing it 1/1. With the called for fancy floss. I don't think there's an up on this. Although there might be. I haven't finished you'll notice it'll look like there's some stitches missing. But I've got like 99% of this done. I think I have 2 stitches there, and I didn't have enough to finish it. But I'm using this super cute gingham fabric. It is a 32 count, 1/1. So I just went all out, and it's going to be, I think, 4.5 inches, which I think is such a good size for a Biscornu. I have 2 pieces, so I can do the front and the back and sew them up together. And I've not done a Biscornu before, but I've been told it's not nearly as intimidating to finish as you think it might be, which I hope is true. I guess we'll find out. But I also am excited because, so I think I mentioned this before, but I have autoimmune disorder. We're pretty sure it's lupus, but it's kind of, it's not as easy to confirm which one it is as you would think. Like normally you do a test and it's like, yep, but it's weird. You can very definitively know you have an autoimmune disorder, but it's much harder to figure out which one. But anyway, because of it, I have cataracts in both eyes and everything is blurry. And when I stitch, I wear glasses all the time. And when I stitch, I then put on 3.5 readers over my glasses like this, looking super cute. And then I have a daylight lamp, and that lamp has a magnifier that I sometimes have to use. I am getting cataract surgery on my right eye in November and my left eye in December. And I'm so excited. I couldn't do them quite as close together. It's like a month apart just because of life and things and stuff. But I'm so excited. And I was like, I don't know what lens you recommend, but I want the one that helps me cross stitch. Like, I don't care. If I need Coke bottle glasses to see to drive, fine, but I better be able to cross stitch like nobody's business. And he laughed like I was kidding, because he's not a stitcher. He doesn't understand. So, but yeah, so hopefully that might be a little bit easier. I'm supposed to be getting they're not technically trifocals. It's like a level where you can see close, medium, and far away, hypothetically. We'll see how that goes, because I'll have them for the rest of my life, which I hope I am blessed enough to have be a long life. Then, speaking of, sorry, I'm just trying to move my stacks around a little bit here. I got excited like I do. And I mean, this is like very recent. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something here I wanted to show you. Okay, here it is. Okay. So there was a sale on 40 count fabric on 1-2-3 Stitch. And I decided to buy some of the smaller cuts. These are, I think, are all 13 by 18 or smaller. Most of them are 13 by 18. But these are all 40 count. This one is water lily linen. These are all picture this plus, I believe. I'll tell you if they're not. So there's water lily. It's like a very, very pale green. Then we have, it's upside down. Provence lavender. Not showing up great. It's more purple in real life. Sometimes this teal wall behind me does not help me out either. This is a sage Newcastle linen. Oh, I got threads all over it from the, very pretty. This is just a raw Newcastle. This is a Pacific metallic blue, which I think will be so pretty for something. I don't know what, but it's going to be pretty. This is, what is this one called? Lagoon. These are all Newcastle, 40 count. This is a super deluxe extra metallic one in emerald opalescent. It's like 10 times that shiny in person. And then I got coral. Look at that. Wow, that'll be fun for summer. And an apricot. Did I show you the apricot already? I might have shown you this one, but I'm going to show you again just in case. Apricot. So there you go. So I figure, you know what? I can give it a try, because I think 1/2 on 40 count could be a nice way to take some patterns that are really big and make them a little bit more cutesy and small. Because I don't want all of my cross stitch to be gigantic. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got to talk a little bit. Next, my bestest friend in the whole wide world recently moved. She is in the military, and she moved to Virginia. She moved from a very rural station to like being right outside of DC, and she is just living her best life, and I'm so happy for her, because she loves to do things and go on adventures and go to events and do activities and meet people, and she's super active and super social, and she just didn't have the ability to do all the things she enjoyed in a more we're all setting. So I'm very excited for her. But she sends me a message and says, it was like literally her third day there, and she'd already made like 100 friends. And she said, oh my gosh, I just met this really nice woman, and we're getting lunch tomorrow or something, and she has her own yarn company. And I was like, no way. And she told me about her, and her name is, not her name, but the company's name is, let's see, Stella Luna. So I didn't realize I had other stuff in this box. Here are all the needles that I have been looking all over for. Go figure. Put it somewhere safe, lost it forever. All right, let's see. All right. So get ready, because this is delicious. Delicious. I'll try to remember to link her in the commenty description thingamajiggy. But these are 80% merino, 20% nylon, mermaid tail, merino sock wool. Look at this. Mermaid tail. I don't care if you knit or not. That's gorgeous. Next was this super pretty one called Sea to Sky. Also a merino sock. And you get 400 yards or 100 grams. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, look at this. Look at these together. Look at them. I just want to like, oh, I just want to, I get so excited about this. And then she had these really gorgeous ones on sale called Rainbow Trout. And I am just obsessed with these. I think that's going to be so much fun. And then last but not least, she had these gorgeous tweed sock. You get 438 yards and 100 gram skein. And it is merino, 85% merino and 15% Donegal NEP. I don't really know what that means. I'm more enthusiastic than I am well informed. Let me see if I can get that to focus. You don't want to see me. You want to see the label? No? All right. Well, we tried. But this is cinnamon roll. Love it. This is Goddess of the Hunt. Look at that. And then this one, I could just, apple picking. Okay? Can we talk about that for a minute? Like, look at these. Look. Look. I just want to make a thing out of these. I want to make a thing. And now that fall is here, you will probably see more knitting appear. I'm one of those people who, I'm kind of seasonal, with my hobbies. In the sense that I don't want to have a big pile of hot yarn in my lap when it's 100 degrees outside and it's the middle of summer. Does not appeal to me. Knitting does not appeal to me when it's hot. But now I'm in cozy season. Even though it's still 80 degrees outside, it's cozy season. There are pumpkins all over my house. I decorated like mad for Halloween. I'm about to go full on for Thanksgiving. So now I'm getting back into the knitting vibe. But it's like, I can't eat soup in the summer. I'm too hot. And I don't want salad in the winter. I'm too cold. Like, just don't bother me. So my knitting, no, we know, like, it's just not going to work. So anyway, so last but a haul. I hope you stayed because it's going to be amazing. But oversharing a little. But my husband and I have been talking for a while about if we wanted to have another baby. The answer to if we want another child is 100% yes. When we met, I told him I wanted 6 kids, and I was being 100% legitimate. We have 2 beautiful boys, and we are so blessed. I have a number of health issues. We had some pregnancy-related health issues with both deliveries, both pregnancies, that were scary. And I was laid off and then ended up being out of work for about a year to spend with our second. So that kind of depleted our reserves. I'm back to work now, but I went for a more flexible position that wasn't as management heavy. It wasn't as taxing, and there's no travel kind of thing as the positions I was in before. But it also came with a cut in compensation, as you would expect. So adjusting to a new budget, adjusting to kind of a new system. And right now with my medical things, I had to have ankle surgery earlier this year. I'm still doing physical therapy for that, although it's getting much better. My car got hit, so I'm dealing with that and all the insurance stuff. The dog needs to have a little procedure to have a mass removed from his ear. I've got cataract surgery coming up. It's just like overwhelming. So we really tried to sit down and think about what we wanted our family to be. And the biggest, I think, deciding factor for us in saying we're gonna stop here was that I didn't want to be so overdrawn as a mother, especially with my health and how it impacts my energy levels, that I couldn't be a good mom to the two amazing boys that I have, because I was trying to pursue having a bigger and bigger family. And I didn't want to put that strain on my relationship with my husband either. Now, could we change our mind, or could God tell us, hey, you're going to do a thing and, oh, go figure, we're pregnant at some point in the next couple years? Potentially. But we really kind of said and started purging all the baby stuff that we're done. And like I said, we are so blessed. We have two of the most amazing little boys, and I just could not be more grateful and more happy. That said, it was still a hard decision, and it was a very emotional one for both my husband and I. And I think we both handled it with retail therapy. I am not in any way, shape, or form condoning that or encouraging that. It's just what happened. And he had a small box show up that I knew was very expensive. And I had a small box show up that I knew was very expensive. And we both just looked at each other and we're like, we can't not do this again. This is a one-time emotional situation. You go enjoy yours, I'll enjoy mine, and that's it. So my super emotional retail therapy haul is from Silks For You. And there's a lot. Like, this is ridiculous. And if you've ever looked at their site, you know, one, it's gorgeous silk. Absolutely stunning. I think she's in Australia. Pretty sure. The other thing you realize is that it is not inexpensive. And at some point when I ordered this, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't sleep because I was still obsessing over whether or not we made the right decision about our family. And I placed the order. And I remember placing the order thinking, you've absolutely lost your mind. And I had. And I did. And I'm trying really hard to feel guilty about it. But it got here and I screamed. I was so excited. Dogs barking. Kids are like, what's wrong? I'm just freaking out. And if you buy, I don't remember how many, 4, you get 1 free. I was like, well, it's like 2 of them were free, so it doesn't count. So yeah, I bought 8 of them and got 2 free. Lost my freaking mind. But let me show you the gorgeousness that has arrived in my home. So I'll try to show you. This one is PR169. Oh, I think that and like one of the long dog samplers would just be absolutely stunning. And I cannot even begin to describe to you. So first of all, the colors are much richer in person. And second of all, the softness is unreal. So she doesn't have names. She has all numbers. This one is PR169. I think I just told you that. The next one I want to use for Big Red Ship of Life, which I've had for a while and am obsessed with the pattern and have not found the right red until now. This is PR210. And it is like deep, rich maroons and bright cherry reds and all the colors in between. And I'm obsessed with it. So that's on my start plan because, you know, why not start a gigantic piece? Then I got PR095. Look at this. I don't know if they have, I need something like oceany, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love. Then I got PR 214. This one's a little bit more subtle, but I just thought, so this is more, well, that's kind of true. Yeah, that's kind of true color. It's a little bit darker in person. Not quite as dark as my wall, but it's between the wall and this color. And this cream and this beautiful kind of corally color. And I just thought that was so pretty and would be really nice for some kind of like springy piece. Or 12 because there's so much floss on here. And then I got PR 148, which is kind of unraveling a little bit. Look at how rich and delicious it is with the purples and the deep blues and those gorgeous pinks. Oh, look at that purple right there. Oh, just stunning. Then we have PR 140, which is another one. This one has lots of colors. It has light purple, dark purple, golden, sort of orangey. It has green, it has teal, it has more of a true blue. So this one has lots and lots of fun variegation. Then I got PR 098, which to me is just so pretty. It reminds me of gorgeous spring and summer flowers. So pretty. And this is PR 117. This reminds me of like bubble gum for some reason. With the pretty purples and the light blues and a little bit of cream and the pretty pinks. Bubble gum. I think that would be really pretty in a Valentine's Day pattern. I have the Circus of Hearts pattern. Is that ink circles? I think it is. I think that would be really, really pretty. The only thing that would be challenging in my mind on this one is you have a light color, a dark color, and a medium color. So I think it would be a little bit tricky to find a fabric they all showed up on that did not compete with the floss. But it can be done. This is PR 145. Even richer, darker purples and blues. I think those two would actually be very pretty together. That could be really pretty. Then I got this one that reminds me of sherbet, PR 139. It's really just yummy and bright. It's a little bit pinker. It's showing really orange. It's got a little bit more of a corally pinky undertone than you're seeing here. Then we have PR 101. Another one with lots of fun colors. You have teals, you have this lavendery color, you have this light sort of sagey to a celery green, you have more of a baby blue, you have some cream in here. And then last but certainly not least is PR 178. This is gorgeous. I'm gonna try to get that little dangly bit out of the way. Just gorgeous. I was actually thinking about this one for, it was really popular a couple years ago when it came out, but it's a Halloween pattern and it's two witches stirring a cauldron and it says if you can't stir with the big girls, stay away from the cauldron or something like that. And I thought, you know, it's designed to be on, I think, a bright orange fabric with all black. And I thought, it's a pretty big piece. It's going to get monotonous. But I did kind of think that this could be fun on a black fabric, which could be miserable to stitch, but with the right light, I thought, you know, this is kind of Halloween-y. It's like oranges and mauves, and so I'm not sure. I might give it a go and see how it looks. It just kind of depends how it all works out together. So yeah, that's the haul where I lost my mind. You will not be seeing haul for a while, hopefully, or if you do, it will be very small. Yeah, your girl went on a little cray-cray. I did work on a quilt. I went to a wonderful free class at Quilt Patch Fabrics that they had on National Jelly Roll Day, and they gave us a pattern and we used our jelly rolls and just had a great time. I got quite a bit done while I was there. We were there 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. had a blast. I feel like they always do a good job with classes, and it was a really nice time, and it was free, which was wonderful, and lots of great ladies there, and one very, very entertaining gentleman who was just a hoot. He was hysterical. Oh my gosh, he just had me laughing. And lots of different types of fabric, in the sense that like some people were using French General and that really classic sort of like toile. Some people were using super bright Tula pink, knock your socks off neon. And so it was just really fun to see the different combinations. But all that to say, I tomorrow am very lucky to be able to spend the day with some of my quilting friends and hope to make quite a bit of progress on several quilts. So potentially in the next couple weeks, I will have a quilting update as well. I do tend to keep the quilting separate just because it can take a little bit longer, because there's so much stuff with all the fabric and the squares and the things and so that these videos aren't like 900 minutes long. Anyway, thank you for coming back. Thank you for visiting. Just thank you for everything. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. My kids were adorable. I'm a little biased, but they were adorable, and we had so much fun. And my son, my older son is 4, and he woke up and he was like, I'm so sleepy, but mommy, I just love trick-or-treating with you. And I was like, oh, so it was adorable. Now I have all this candy I have to hide until they forget about it and I can throw it away, and then they get all the candy at Christmas. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you'll have a wonderful stitchy time. Congratulations again to the 4 winners. Please send me your email and I'll try to get those gift cards emailed out to you very soon. But happy stitching, everyone. Bye.